Hi guys, it's Peter. So today I like to introduce you special session because now you can see the statistics from my first 60 spins which I generated for my Black Pirate app. So and you can, once you watch the video, so you can stop the video and see the statistics and understand what I will just explain to you. And as I already mentioning on my web page, I providing you so-called Black Pirate app strategy ideas, and this is something like you could evaluate your first 60 spins which you have to feed your Black Pirate app or any other app, Muscators app and VRSEDGE app, doesn't matter. Simply I always generate first 60 spins, I enter them to Black Pirate, and then I receive my predictions. And you might ask probably, what kind of algorithm should I use for my Black Pirate app and play for this currently open private table? And therefore I was also thinking what would be the best approach for me, how I could, let's say, even increase the probability then my algorithms will give me maximum profit on this current table and evaluating these last 60 spins. And the idea is the following. So normally I observe these 60 spins and I will check whether some numbers are really heavily repeating. If you see, then there is a sequence like 2, 2, 15, 30, 30, again 2 and 5 and again 30 and another 5. Simply if you see then in 20 spins you have something like 4 or 5 numbers repeating a lot, and it continues constantly, these 60 spins, then it's obvious then the table tends to repeat the numbers. It's not something like 100% sure thing. Of course this number sequence can always change anytime, but the truth is then it says there is some kind of tendency in this numbers sequence on the current table. So therefore I recommend to, let's say, use max hit and no exp algorithms if you find out then this table is really repeating numbers. And you will see in this live session which I recorded, this another new episode for my live play, then max hit will have an extremely tough time. And therefore I'm also saying go back to the beginning of video, understand, you can see the statistics there, stop the video, analyze the statistics, because this statistic says exactly then the best algorithms for this table might be exp and fractals and maybe non-hit. So these three I would consider to play on this table based on the statistics which you will see in the beginning of the video. So this way I evaluate the 60 spins and, let's say, choose the proper algorithm for my live play. And in this episode I play, let's say, using the fractals algorithm. I bet based on the fractals algorithm predictions, and you see then both velocity numbers and also fractals are, let's say, going quite good. As I said, velocity numbers and fractals are mostly focused if the numbers are distributed normally. They can always repeat because numbers will always repeat. It's clear, it's only 37 numbers and they have to repeat in longer sequences, this is clear. But if this repeating is really not so often and immediately after each other and so on, then the velocity number and fractals, they have the best results. If you see then there's three numbers repeating a lot, then max hit and no exp will work the best way. So as I said, you will see then the fractals and velocity numbers will be in a nice plus. Risk-reward ratio will be like always successful, even that the fractals will hit like a third level and the last possible spin is third level, and this zero will come. So you will see then this was, let's say, on the edge of these 3 levels of 8 spins, but at the end there is no unsuccessful session for this episode for velocity numbers and fractals. But a max hit, if I remember well, will have a minimum 2 times unsuccessful session and will be in, let's say, bigger minus. And I think it exactly supports my idea. Then evaluate the 60 spins, and as I said, see what was the numbers distribution in the beginning of the table, which I'm showing you the statistics, and you will see then the normally let's say most of the numbers should come in these 60 spins. Only few numbers will be without a hit. This is okay, and there shouldn't be something like 5-6 numbers dominating the number sequence in these 60 spins. If you see this, velocity number fractals are the best choice. If you see something else, then maybe 10 numbers didn't show up and 5-6 numbers are really dominating this number sequence with a lot of 5-6 times hit, then max hit and well-known X are probably the better choice for this table. As I said, it's nothing like 100% sure thing, but you will see, especially for this episode, it is extremely important to select the right algorithm based on these 60 spins to improve your, let's say, easy online roulette life. Then you can much easier be in a profit and do not have any, let's say, bigger drawdowns and some kind of stressful sessions. Simply, if you see how the table is distributing numbers, then it's better always to choose the right and better algorithm which has a higher probability to succeed. This is my, let's say, advice and help how you can play and evaluate the numbers. It's really, let's say, good and successful for me. You can see that now I already have more than 4,000, which is, if you remember, I deposited 400 and I started my 100,000 challenge. It's still far away, I know, but currently if you consider even this result, then I actually have a 1000% increase of my initial bankroll, which is from 400 to 4,000. And if I could repeat that again, so from 4,000 to 40,000, I would be really happy. This would be a really nice achievement. So I will see, I will use Black Pirate, use this 60 spins analysis, and based on that select the algorithm. Now, as you know, I'm mostly using fractals because I like this algorithm. Sometimes the numbers predicted from the velocity numbers and fractals are similar. It can be, that's absolutely normal. There are some similar attributes and variables in, but the calculation is completely different. So this is always possible, but anyway, I think the velocity numbers are still quite good. And I also will show you, and let's say once I record the audio comment for another episode, this episode will be extremely for learning, good one. Then you will see then the max hit will skyrocket and then will make something like 600 profit, because also I will increase base bet during the play and also in the app. But this session, as I said, for max hit will be very tough and will be minus, because as we said, the analysis from the first 60 spin statistics was really showing then max hit might have really tough time for this table. So I would say you can watch the whole episode, because this will be something like half an hour playing, but in this episode I will not have some huge drawdown or tough time. I think this will go smoothly up, and normally I currently have a, let's say, a bit limited time for live play, but I'm trying every day between 30 minutes to 1 hour play, and some of the, let's say, parts of the live play I record as well, showing you how it goes. And how to, honestly, if you ask me, so it's really, for me, if you search the internet and trying to find something like developers for apps for roulette and so on, and sometimes I have a feeling then I am the only one who is developing the apps and immediately using these apps, with the real online casino and with the real money. And also I am recording mostly a lot of my sessions, so I think I document all this approach, and then it works for me, this setup, this money management rules and this approach for roulette. So sometimes I would say then if everyone who is developing some apps for roulette do the same, so it would be also nice. But most of the guys, they don't do that. They just offer some kind of app. Many times just then you can see some standard deviation for numbers or streets or black and red, and that's it. So which is really not much helpful, and then these guys are absolutely not using the apps for any real play and so on. So to be honest, so I feel a bit alone. Then I also, what I develop I also used in the real life, and you can also benefit from that. I would say I still have maybe 1 or 2 copies of Black Pirate available, and some more copies for Musketeers app. That's quite okay, so I will keep maybe a few days this flash discount offer, my shareschoice.com webpage. And definitely, if you have any questions or ideas about roulette, you wanna talk about something, I'm open and definitely happy for any discussion. So you see, then also time to time I have a tough online roulette live and sessions, so this is absolutely normal. Sometimes table is quite easy, sometimes it's more difficult. This is for everyone. It's still gambling, so we know that, so no 100% sure winning. But you can see then, if you, let's say, do not increase your base bet dramatically, and then you have calculated your stop loss and you know what to expect and how to come back if you go through 3 levelers, and you are flat betting some levelers and using this coefficient and so on, what I am always explaining to you. So I think this is a good approach to really constantly grow your bankroll. And I think if you once you reach something like 10,000 or 20,000 bankroll, which is really already a big one, a nice one, I think if you keep your base bet, if you have the 10-20,000 and you keep your base bet maximum 1 or in rare cases 2, then I think you are really in a safe situation. Because if you have already bankroll 20,000 and then some kind of drawdown 1,000 or 2,000 max would happen, it's still it's a lot, but it's still absolutely possible to play and come back with that, so that's okay. So but first we have to reach this nice bankroll, so let's see how this all go. But I'm quite happy with this approach, and I think that I found the right one using the Black Pirate, this analysis of 60 spins, and select the right algorithm, receive the predictions. And actually what is the good thing is then it's quite fast, so you are constantly playing, so you don't have to wait for then 10 times red didn't show up number and then bet on red and something like this. Simply you just have these 60 spins within 10 minutes. I generate them in Casino Club. It's quite fast, and then I enter them within a few minutes, maybe 1-2 minutes, and I can start playing immediately. And the good thing is that then you constantly play, you constantly have new numbers predicted, and then within 30 minutes or 1 hour you can have really nice 200 profit if everything goes right. Sometimes it's very tough session, maybe you can make only 20-50 profit, or maybe you are just break even on 0 because this table was extremely difficult. That's quite okay. You can even finish your, let's say, one session with small minus like 50 euros. Is absolutely normal, that's no issue. My profit target is normally 150 now, plus minus. As I said, my time is limited, so for real play now, so that therefore if I reach 150 I stop playing. It's okay. Therefore my bankroll is not growing extremely fast. So but I think the important is then we can keep the long-term growing bankroll and build on that. So I would say if your plan is to turn 400 to 100,000 or even 500,000, for example, I think if you do it once in life, that's anyway enough. So why not to be patient 1 or 2 years and build and work on that. And if we can make it such a huge bankroll, then start withdrawal, and I think many people would be very nice. 500,000 euro or something dollars would be very nice bankroll for many of the people, and then you can think about other nice thing in your life than playing roulette. But as I said, with such a big bankroll you can just withdraw a lot of money and you can keep next 20-30,000 for, let's say, life forever, no? Play. So therefore I would say be patient, don't hurry up, be careful, minimize the risk, and then once we would reach really nice bankrolls, I think then everything will be much easier. So I would say thank you very much for watching. You can watch the whole episode or just click through that and see how it will look at the end. But as I said, Max hit a very tough time based on the analysis of first 60 spins. I just explained that. So thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.